It began with a single photograph, blurry, grainy, yet powerful enough to send Hollywood into chaos. Late on a quiet Sunday night, a paparazzi agency dropped an image that would break the internet by dawn. Sam Heughan, the famously private Scottish actor, walking hand in hand with a mysterious woman through the rain-soaked streets of London. Her face was partially hidden under a dark hat, but the intimacy was unmistakable. Sam wasn't posing, wasn't performing, he looked at peace. The caption beneath the photo was simple but explosive. Sam Heughan's double life, the Outlander star caught in late-night embrace. Within hours, social media erupted. Hashtags like #Sam Heughan spotted and #WhoIsShe dominated every platform. Fans who had followed Sam for years couldn't believe what they were seeing. The man who had built his reputation on humility, mystery, and discipline, the man who once joked he was married to his work, was suddenly caught in a love story no one saw coming. At first, the reactions were a mix of disbelief and fascination. It can't be him, some fans insisted. Others rejoiced. Finally, Sam deserves happiness. But soon, the chaos took over. Gossip outlets dug into his past interviews, replaying every moment where he'd laughed off questions about love. "I'm too busy for a relationship right now," he had said during a 2024 press tour. "My life is pretty simple: gym, work, and whiskey." Apparently, not so simple anymore. By Monday morning, tabloids from London to Los Angeles were publishing wild theories. Some claimed the mystery woman was an actress. Others insisted she was a journalist, a producer, or even a secret fiancé. Sam Heughan's secret partner revealed, one headline blared. Outlander star's hidden love shocks fans, another declared. The frenzy only deepened when a second photo surfaced, this one clearer. It showed Sam and the same woman sitting in a candlelit restaurant in Notting Hill. Their hands were intertwined on the table, their faces close as they laughed over dinner. The warmth in their body language was undeniable. "Hollywood's most private man has finally been caught," wrote the Daily Herald. But who is she? And why has he kept her hidden for so long? Within hours, internet sleuths went to work. Fans cross-referenced every project Sam had worked on, every city he had visited, and every face he had been seen near. By Tuesday morning, a name began to circulate: Amélie Laurent, a French independent film director who had collaborated with Sam on a small, low-budget project in 2024, a quiet art film shot in the Scottish Highlands that never received mainstream attention. Amélie's social media accounts suddenly exploded with thousands of new followers. Her recent posts, sunsets, coffee cups, handwritten notes, were dissected like clues. In one photo, fans noticed Sam's distinctive leather bracelet lying beside her notebook. The comment section filled instantly. "Is that Sam's? It's happening. They're soulmates." But not everyone was thrilled. Some fans felt betrayed. "He's been lying all this time," one comment read. "We trusted him." Others defended him passionately. "He never owed us his personal life. Let him live." Inside the Outlander fandom, chaos turned into civil war. Forums, Twitter threads, and Reddit boards were flooded with debates. Some even demanded official confirmation, while others begged the media to give Sam privacy. Meanwhile, Hollywood insiders began to weigh in. One anonymous studio source told Variety, "Sam's always been guarded about his relationships. He's seen how fame destroys normal connections. If he's kept this quiet, it's probably to protect her." As speculation grew, both Sam and Amélie remained silent. No public appearances, no statements, no denials. The silence only fueled the intrigue. Then, on Wednesday, a new detail emerged that changed everything. A close friend of Amélie's spoke anonymously to a Paris magazine, revealing, they've been together for over 2 years. She visits him in Scotland often, but they never go out in public. They wanted something real, away from cameras. 2 years. The revelation hit Hollywood like a bombshell. If true, it meant that while fans had been guessing, analyzing, and dreaming about Sam's possible romances with co-stars, he had quietly been building something genuine, far from the spotlight. As the week went on, journalists began camping outside Sam's London flat, hoping for a glimpse or a comment. Yet he stayed out of sight, leaving fans restless and media desperate. "Everyone's waiting for him to speak," one entertainment reporter noted. "Because if there's one thing the world knows, when Sam Heughan finally talks, he means every word." And that moment was coming. Because according to a source close to his team, Sam was preparing to address the situation personally. The world held its breath. After years of silence, would Sam Heughan finally open up about his secret love life? Whatever he said next would either calm the storm, or turn Hollywood upside down once again. By Thursday morning, the anticipation had reached its breaking point. News anchors, gossip bloggers, and Outlander fans across the globe refreshed their feeds every few seconds, waiting for Sam Heughan to speak. Would he deny it, ignore it, or finally admit what everyone had already decided was true? At exactly 10 a.m. London time, a notification appeared. A new video had been uploaded to Sam Heughan's verified Instagram account. The thumbnail showed no glamour, no perfect lighting, no Hollywood polish. Just Sam, sitting in his kitchen in a gray sweater, the morning sun spilling through the window. His hair was messy, his face tired, but his eyes calm. He looked straight into the camera and began. "I've always believed that some things are better lived quietly," he said. "But sometimes, silence creates the wrong story." He paused, drawing a deep breath. "Yes," he continued softly, "the woman in those photos is someone very special to me. We've been together for a while now. It's not a secret I was trying to hide, it's a life I was trying to protect." The confession was raw and unfiltered. "Fame is strange," he said. "It gives you everything, but it also takes things from you, privacy, peace, and sometimes, truth. I didn't want what we have to turn into a headline." He smiled faintly. "But I see now that pretending you can separate the personal from the public is impossible. So, I'd rather you hear it from me than from rumors. Her name is Amelie. She's brilliant, kind, and the reason I remember who I am outside of all this." The internet exploded. Comments flooded in, hearts, tears, applause. Within minutes, the video had millions of views. Fans reposted it with captions like, "He's in love and we're crying about it," and, "Finally, the truth, and it's beautiful." But Sam wasn't finished. His tone turned thoughtful. "The truth is," he said, "I understand why people are curious. I've shared so much of my life with you all through Outlander, through my work, through every story I tell. But love, real love, is something different. It's sacred, and I've learned that protecting it doesn't mean denying it." He ended with a quiet smile. "I'm happy, she's happy, and I hope that's enough." Then, as if to seal it, he quoted a line that sent chills down the spines of fans worldwide. "You can't live a secret forever. At some point, love deserves the light." The clip lasted just under 4 minutes, but in those 4 minutes, Sam Heughan transformed chaos into calm. Hollywood's reaction was swift and surprisingly respectful. Major entertainment outlets praised his candor. Variety called it one of the most honest celebrity statements of the year. People magazine published a headline reading, "Sam Heughan opens his heart, and fans fall in love all over again." Meanwhile, the fandom that had been split days earlier reunited in celebration. On Twitter, #WeSupportSamHeughan trended globally, accompanied by fan art, emotional tributes, and messages like, "Thank you for trusting us." Even those who had doubted him admitted that his openness had restored their respect. Katrina Balfe, his longtime friend and co-star, also weighed in with a subtle but touching tweet. "Proud of you, my friend. Always handle life with grace." The message gained hundreds of thousands of likes in just a few hours. As for Amélie Laurent, she broke her silence the next day with a single Instagram post, a picture of a coffee cup and a handwritten note that read, "Every story deserves its truth." Fans immediately recognized her writing from Sam's earlier photos. The comments were flooded with hearts and congratulations. By the weekend, paparazzi photos surfaced again, but this time, they were different. Sam and Amelie walked through a park in Edinburgh, laughing, unbothered by the flashing cameras. He held her hand openly. For the first time, he wasn't hiding. One fan video from that moment went viral. A small group of people spotted the couple and applauded quietly as they passed. Sam smiled, waved, and said, "Thank you." It wasn't the usual screaming chaos, it was quiet support. Genuine. Industry insiders began calling the situation a masterclass in authenticity. A PR consultant told Entertainment Weekly, "Most stars panic when their private lives are exposed." Sam turned it into a love letter, not to the media, but to the truth. In the following weeks, interviews and podcasts began inviting Sam to talk about the viral moment. But he declined all offers. "The story's told," he said in a brief statement. "Now I want to live it." And so he did. Months later, when Outlander 2026 premiered, Sam attended the red carpet with Amelie by his side. The cameras flashed endlessly, but instead of tension, there was peace in his expression. Reporters shouted questions, but he simply smiled and said, "I think I've already said everything that matters." As the couple walked away hand in hand, the headlines the next morning were unanimous. Sam Heughan's secret love story wasn't scandal, it was real. And for once, Hollywood, and the fans who had loved him for years, agreed.